Anya here, and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks. And today I am going to show you how to make this shawl here. Now I have called it my reading shawl. Well, excuse me, I've called it Agatha's reading shawl because it is a shawl that's ideal to wear when you're sitting still and you are doing something quietly like reading or crocheting, and you just need to keep your back and your shoulders warm. A normal triangular shawl just doesn't do that job because I can feel a little draft on the side of my back all the time. So this shawl will actually cover the whole of your back. So the shape of this shawl is actually not triangular like many shawls we have made in the past. It is actually a half hexagon, and that way it covers your back, it covers your arms, and it keeps you nice and warm when you're spending those long winter evenings crocheting or reading or doing something else for a hobby. So let me show you how to make this shawl. So what do you need for this shawl? Well, I have used an aran weight. So this is Stylecraft Impressions. It is a little bit thicker than DK and it's a lovely yarn to work with. It has lovely colours in it, and we have the 8 shades that they do on our website, so do go and have a look. Now I used the green one, which is called Water Lilies, because green was Agatha's favourite colour. So I thought I would make this shawl in a colour that Agatha Christie would have appreciated. So I used 5 balls of Stylecraft Impressions, and the measurements of my shawl are 195 centimetres. So if I hold it out fingertip to fingertip, it's 195 centimetres, and the depth from shoulder down is 65 centimetres. In inches, that is 76 inches by 25 inches. So when you hold the shawl out fingertip to fingertip, you have to make sure that it's about 20 centimeters past your fingertip to fingertip measurement. So with this yarn, I'm going to be using a 5mm hook. The yarn states 4.5, but the fabric that I want to create needs to just hang down nicely, so it needs to be a little bit looser and not stiff at all. So go up half hook size from what you usually use for aran and see how it feels. Then of course I also have a darning needle and scissors, and look, all matches in green. Now let's get on with the tutorial. So for the tutorial I'm going to be using an aran weight in a plain coloured Stylecraft, because the specks in the stitches might just make it a little bit more difficult for you to see what I am doing, so it's always better to use a plain coloured yarn for a tutorial, so parchment in this case. So I'm going to be making my slip knot for row 1. You insert your hook and we're going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then I'm going to go back to the first chain. There we go. And we're going to do a slip stitch to close the chain here and make a little circle. So you pull through the working yarn through the stitch and through the loop on your hook. So we've now made a circle, and we're going to get started by doing a chain 1 for row 2, and into the circle we are going to place 2 double crochets. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And we are going to do that again, so another double crochet into that circle. Now we're going to do a chain 2, 1 and 2. Then we're going to place another 2 double crochets into the circle. There's the first one, and that's the second. Then we do 2 chains, and then we're going to place another 2 double crochets into the circle. There we go. So this is row 2 done. We now have 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for row 3, we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn, then we're going to place 2 double crochets in the very first stitch. So you look to see where that V is, and then you're going to go in there and you're going to do 2 double crochets into that first stitch. Am I in it? Yes. There we go. Okay. Then we place a double crochet on top of the double crochet. And of course, when you have longer rows, you'll have more double crochets to place before you get to a corner chain space. In the corner chain space, you are going to be placing 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and 1 double crochet. There we go. So here we are at the back, and this is where you're also going to be placing double crochets on top of the double crochets. And in fact, here you will always be creating double crochets. So we have now got a chain space here. So in a chain space, we place 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and 1 double crochet. And then here on the side, in this row, you're going to be placing a double crochet on top of the double crochet. And then the last stitch, just like we did in the first stitch, we are going to be placing 2 double crochets into the last stitch. So here you have to just make sure you tip the work towards you to find those 2 strands of the V of the last stitch. If you're unsure about your last stitches, make sure you place stitch markers in them. So here you can see the shape of the shawl already appearing. So now for row 4, we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn, and we are going to do exactly the same thing really as before. So first of all, place 2 double crochets in the same first stitch. Then double crochet on top of these here, but this is a side, so in a moment we will be doing different things on the side, but that's okay. I will tell you all about that in a moment. Here we have a corner chain space, and the corners we make a double crochet, a chain 2, and a double crochet. Voila. And then, like I said, this is the back, and you will always be doing double crochets here. So 1 double crochet on top of each stitch of the back part of your shawl. Then here we have a corner, and in the corner we do a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Voila. And then here we have a side. This row we are doing double crochets in this row. So here we have the last stitch, and in the last stitch you always place 2 double crochets. So remember to always start your row with 2 double crochets, finish your row with 2 double crochets. In the corners you're doing 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and 1 double crochet. So that's these 2 locations here. On the side, that's going to be our back, we are always doing double crochets, but the 2 sides here, this is where we're going to alternate. So one row will be all double crochets, the next row will be boxes, double crochets, boxes. I just want to point out the number of stitches that you need to have in each row. So here we have 6 double crochets. Here we have 12 double crochets. So my increase per row is 6 double crochets. So here I have now 18 double crochets. So row 5, we're going to repeat row 4. So we're going to do a chain 1, turn, and you're going to be doing a double crochet and another double crochet in that first stitch. Then a double crochet on every stitch until you get to the corner. There we go. Now in the corner chain space you're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet. Then here along the back we will be doing double crochets, and you will always be doing double crochets there. Voila, so that's how far we are. So I've made it to that corner chain space there. So now again we are doing the corner. So 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet. And then here we are starting the side, and this is a side with all double crochets. And then here in the last one, there we go, 2 double crochets, and try to get in wherever you can, preferably under the V, but I don't think I'm in there, but that's fine. That's nothing to worry about. So here we are. So this is our setup now. And now for our first row of our repeat. So from now on, we are going to be repeating the next 2 rows that I am going to show you. So row 6 and row 7, you're going to repeat throughout the shawl. So let me show you row 6. So to start row 6, we are going to do a chain 1, you turn, and every row starts with 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So you might as well just get started and do those. Then you're going to do boxes on the side. So row 6 is where you do the boxes. So you chain 1, you're going to skip 1, then in the next one a double crochet. There we go. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, and this now brings us to the corner chain space. So we are going to get started by doing our usual in the corner chain space. So this really is part of our boxes, but it's also our corner configuration. So this is what the side looks like now. Here you will always be doing double crochets. So this is easy. You're just going to go and place 1 double crochet in each stitch all along the side, which will be covering up our back. And that's why I didn't want boxes there, so it would keep us nice and warm. So there we go, 1 stitch on top of every stitch on the back. Then the corner, 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet, but this double crochet already starts our boxes. So we're now chaining one, skipping one, double crochet in the next one, chain one, skip one, double crochet in the next one, chain one, skip one, double crochet in the next one, chain one, skip one, and then a double crochet in the next, but of course that's the last stitch. Did I catch the 2 strands? Yeah. And here you're going to place 1 double crochet, but you are also going to add another one. There we go, because we need to do 2 double crochets in that last stitch. So this is the first row that actually shows us our design, and this is the first row of our 2-row repeat. So now let me show you row 7, which is the second row of our 2-row repeat, and we are going to be chaining 1, turn, and of course here we are going to get started the same way, 2 double crochets in the first stitch. There we go. Then you're going to be placing 1 double crochet on top of the next stitch, and then 1 around the chain space, 1 on top of the next one, 1 around the chain space, and so on. Now the reason why we're doing it like this is so that it would become a row of double crochets and not a row of clusters. If we were to put 2 double crochets into that box, you would see that they are closer together at the base, and that would make them clusters. So we're going to be placing them on top of the double crochet and then around the chain space, and then here 1 on top of the double crochet, and then of course here we are already doing our corner configuration. 1 double crochet, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. And as you can see now, we have made a whole row of double crochets here onto the part of the shawl that's going to be covering our back, and we are just going to be doing our double crochets there. So I'm nearly at the corner again. This is where I am going to be doing my double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. And then of course here, I'm starting my double crochets on top of the double crochet and around the chain space again. And to be honest, it doesn't get boring this way. You're always sort of doing something different here. And also you will notice if you are forgetting to do the boxes, you will soon see it, because of course you are looking at boxes here as well. So you know there's some on this side, so you will be inclined to do them there. Well, I hope so anyway. So here we are at the end of the side. This is my last stitch, so I am going to have to put a second double crochet in there. There we go. So let me just show you now. So we have done a repeat of row 6 and row 7. Row 6 is where we make boxes on the side. Row 7 is where we do a whole row of double crochets. So this is what you are going to be repeating now throughout your shawl. So the next row you will be doing boxes again. That will be row 6. And the row after that you will be doing double crochets again. That will be row 7. So from here on you're going to do a repeat of row 6 and 7 throughout the shawl until it reaches about 20 centimeters past your fingertip to fingertip measurement. Now I've done 60 rows, So my measurement is quite wide. My shawl is 195 centimeters wide, or 76 inches. So let me show you another set of the repeat so you can see what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So let's get started. This is a row 6 that we are going to create. So chain 1, turn, and straight away you can get started with your 2 double crochets in the first stitch. There we go. Then what I did was, I could see, yes, I need to do a boxes row now. So next thing is chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next one. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next one. And it was very tempting to just continue to do the boxes because, you know, they're nice to do. I like doing boxes. But once you sort of have in your head, no, I've now done a corner, this is where it changes. That's a good thing to have in your head, okay? So this is my corner here that I've now done. Now I know this is where I just do the double crochets. So you don't keep doing your boxes. So let's do the double crochets all along the side here. And here we have the corner again, and once again this is my sort of sign to change my stitch, because of course here, yes, we are doing the boxes for my side. So there we go. Off we go again doing our boxes. Chain 1 and skip 1, and here is my last double crochet ready for my 2 double crochets in there. Voila! So this is a row 6 that we have done, and as you can see, you can clearly see that we have all double crochets on the back, and then the 2 side panels have the boxes. So let me show you another row 7, because of course in this row we made boxes. Now we are going to do a full row of double crochets. So chain 1, turn, do your 2 double crochets, and then we start placing our double crochets on top of the double crochet, around the chain space, on top of the double crochet, around the chain space. I mean, it's such a lovely pattern. It's easy to do and it's fun to make. So what more can you, and it's going to be a nice warm shawl. Now I have to say, first of all, I want to say this is a really nice warm yarn. So I've been wearing this shawl and it has kept me warm, I have to say. And the way this folds and covers your back, it really lays on your back, so that's really nice. So that makes it warmer. And feeling these two, because of course this one is just the standard Stylecraft special aran that I am using. Oh my goodness, this doesn't feel as nice as this one does. This feels much, oh yeah, this is much stiffer almost than this one. Look, you can see the difference, you can feel it. So I would certainly recommend to make this in the impressions. It is a really, really lovely shawl because of the, you know, the type of yarn that we have used. But of course for the tutorial it's a lot easier for me to show you with the normal Stylecraft aran. So there we go. Let me continue so I can finish row 7. A row 7 is where you just do double crochets all along the row, apart from of course where you are doing your corners. So here for my corner, 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet. And then we place double crochets all along the back of our shawl. There we go, so that's that one. Then we do the corner, and then of course here we start putting our double crochets again on top of the double crochets and around the chain space. There we go. And of course, as you notice, each row will become longer and longer, each side will become longer and longer, and each row, in fact, is increasing by 6 stitches. So we've got here the side, we've got here the back of the shawl, and here the side as well. So as you can see, this is the way your shawl will grow. It will grow and grow and grow, and like I said, I've done 60 rows. So from here on you will be repeating row 6 and 7, row 6 and 7, row 6 and 7 until your shawl is big enough. I used 5 balls of impressions, and I have to say I think it was a really good choice. It's a lovely shawl to wear, it's nice and warm, and it looks fabulous. Well, I like the colour anyway. I ended the shawl in a row 7, so a row of double crochets, and that just finished off the shawl nicely. There is a written pattern available for this shawl. Follow the link in the description box below, which will take you straight to the pattern on our website. You will also find the yarn there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!